That's another nice thing. Oh, really? Projected that your son was in the court, starting from outside. No, he'll be here. Morning.
Morning.
Good, how are you?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep, no worries. Put them on. Go ahead. That's all right. Good. How are you? Brian, how you doing, Tom?
Thank you.
Yep, wherever you need to put it. All right, can you guys hear me okay? Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Connie, you got me?
I got you.
Okay. You guys let me know when. Is any of this live?
We're streaming.
Streaming.
Live? Okay.
This is live,
All
yeah.
right. Let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm good. Ready.
All right. My name's Tommy Wright, T-O-M-M-Y, W-R-I-G-H-T. I am the Chief of Police for the City of Pleasant Hill Police Department. Behind me, I have Captain Dennis Clay. I have Assistant City Administrator Nikki Wilson, and I have City Administrator Kristen Dorman. They're joining me today, and they'll be available if you want to ask questions from them. We continue to investigate the shooting that happened yesterday afternoon at 4:30 at Price Chopper. I'm proud to announce today that the Cass County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has charged 27-year-old Pleasant Hill resident Alan Prince with 1 count of first-degree murder, 3 counts of armed criminal action, and 2 counts of first-degree assault. He is in custody at a local hospital in the ICU and is in critical but stable condition. Our victim, the decedent, was 45-year-old Amy Kuhn from the Strasburg area, originally from the Pleasant Hill area. And I do want to comment that Amy's not just a victim. She was a daughter, she was a mother, she was a grandmother, and she was somebody that cared deeply for her family, and her family cared deeply for her. So people need to keep that in mind. This family needs your prayers and your support. Additionally, there was a 16-year-old yesterday. I quoted it as 17, but he was a 16-year-old juvenile. We will not be releasing his name. He was shot as well. He is in stable condition at a local hospital. We have identified, here's a good portion and kind of a follow-up to yesterday's story. I was asked a question about potentially the gunman being approached by some armed residents. And I'm happy to report that we were able to determine that yesterday, shortly after the first several shots were fired, 2 gentlemen from the Pleasant Hill area who were armed had the courage to approach this suspect, who then turned the gun on himself. I'm not releasing their names right now. If they are interested in contacting you, I'd be more than happy to facilitate that. But I do want to tell you that this is a good town, it's a safe town, and because we have people that are brave and courageous, that are willing to get in the front of danger and protect innocent lives, man, I'm thankful for that. I don't really have anything else. We're still, this investigation is less than 24 hours old. So we don't have a motive. We're still determining, is there any connection? What's the causation? And we'll continue to investigate that. And as we have more information, we'll release that. Anyone have any questions?
The 2 guys, the 2 people that were armed, approached this guy, if they hadn't been there, do you have a sense of what would have happened?
I mean, I could share an opinion, but I don't know. I don't know what our shooter's seen. I know that based on our investigation, that as they approached, that's when the shooter turned the gun on himself. So
you say they prevented it? Anything else?
we can say that, but we really don't know. But I think that it's a good possibility that they prevented further bloodshed.
And you still don't know, if I'm hearing you correctly, any connection among the three people?
We continue to investigate, but we have not been able to determine any tie between the people other than just regional. You know, they're all from this area.
You had a chance to look more into Mr. Prince's record?
We have.
Did he have any priors?
He doesn't really have any priors with us. He has one that's outstanding out in Cass County. He was recently arrested, and he was out on bond for that. It was a misdemeanor, and it was a domestic type situation. And we continue to comb through all these records of all the individuals involved.
But anything that would have suggested to you that he was trouble?
He lived outside of the county, or outside of the county, so we didn't really deal with him. And I really wouldn't want to say that right now. This investigation is very, very new.
Was the gun that that Alan used, was that his gun?
We believe it was his gun, yes.
You said last night that if there was any community interaction that would have indicated this, that the community can be involved. Was there anything that you've noticed that maybe could have indicated from others that you have found in the last 12
Not
hours?
in the last 20 hours or so. We haven't found anything. But again, we want to look at the totality of this. Is this something that was planned? Is there something that the community could have seen? Is there something that the parents could have seen? Is there anything that would have been indicative that this was going to happen yesterday? And we just haven't seen that yet. But we're still going to look.
Have you been talking to Alan Prince? Is he able to speak
He is
to you?
he is sedated, so we've not been able to get a statement.
This is your first homicide in over almost 20 years.
Correct.
Kind of just talk about, your team coming together to tackle this investigation.
Well, I will tell you, first I will thank the Cass County Sheriff's Office and the Missouri State Highway Patrol. They really helped us a lot. I'm immensely proud of the joint efforts of law enforcement in this. I will tell you that I am super proud of this team. This is not an everyday occurrence in Pleasant Hill. In fact, it looks like it's every 20 years or so. And we hope that we can even make that last a little longer this time. The team came together under the command of Captain Clay. He and the team did an outstanding job. I'm very proud of them. They rose to the occasion.
There's a notion here that Pleasant Hill is one of the safest cities in the state. Do you still believe that?
I still believe that. Yes.
Why?
This is an isolated incident. Look, there's no community in the United States or the world that is completely free of crime and is completely safe from these kind of incidents. But this is an isolated incident. The people that live in Pleasant Hill are good people. They're solid people that care deeply about each other and their community. So this is a very, very isolated incident.
Maybe this is difficult to say, but the initial incident that kind of kicked this all off, does it in any way appear random to you, or maybe that's tough to
I'd
say?
hate to comment on it this early in the investigation. It does appear very random, but again, as we get 24, 36, 48 hours into this, we should know a little more.
Do you have any indication from medical professionals that this individual, the suspect, will eventually survive these injuries and go before the justice system?
Our hope is that we're able to bring this subject to the justice system and give our victims a voice in court. We don't know for sure. It does look like there is a potential for survival, but it's really too early to tell.
What have you heard from Ms. Kuhn's family? Have you talked to them?
I
How
have
are they
not.
doing?
I know our investigators have, but I have not talked to them.
Were they able to tell you where he was shot at or where he shot himself at?
Yeah, we know that, but obviously we're not going to give that information out today. We're still pretty early on.
Was he using that? We heard about a bolt-action rifle. Was that the gun he was using? You think to?
Yes,
shoot-
that's
that was
we've
the
been able
weapon
to
of choice.
we've been able to identify that was in fact the gun that he used.
Is that the gun that he tried to kill himself with?
Yes, that is the same gun.
When we were here last night, we heard that he was maybe posted up behind a vehicle. Was anything in that vehicle that indicated was any other weapons involved or anything else inside that car?
No, we've done a couple search warrants. One of them was on his vehicle, and we found nothing else, no other weaponry at all.
Did you find that maybe was he on drugs or mentally ill or anything?
We don't know. Obviously we're looking at all of his information, and we just want to try to tie this together. Why did this happen? And so those are all questions that we still have, and we won't know until we start getting toxicology and medical records and stuff like that back.
Are you able to release the caliber of the rifle that was used?
I am not. because I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a 243. Is that correct?
Yeah, 243.
Are you able to detail the kind of injury that would create for a person?
You know, I can't. It's going to hurt. It's going to leave a mark, but I can't tell you. It really depends on where on the body it hits as well.
I just have one last question, and I don't know, it's just off the top of my head here. The two individuals that approached this gentleman, or the suspect with their firearms, because the weapon was turned back on him, there's no legal implications for them. They are innocent bystanders in this, or good Samaritans rather.
No, in fact, I applaud them. I appreciate people like that being in our community. There is no legal implications. They were protecting others, and Missouri state laws are very clear that you can protect yourself and others, and that's what they were doing. In fact, one of them, while one maintained the suspect's position, the other went and provided aid to the young man. So, to the young Price Chopper employee,
16-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea whether it was like a domestic girlfriend, boyfriend, mother?
There's no indications of that at all.
No motive, nothing.
We have not been able to establish a motive yet, but there's no indications that they were tied together.
Is there any surveillance video from Price Chopper?
There is, and so we have a lot of witness statements. We have a lot of people that've seen what happened, and we have video that supports the accounts that we've received. So it's fantastic to have that information.
You know, Chief, normally in other situations that have occurred in my experience, usually the police chief or whoever the PIO is usually very cautious about individuals or you know, commending individuals in the community for stepping up. In fact, they usually say, call us and let us handle it. Your approach on this, your take on this is a lot different.
Hey, look, the state law is the state law, and people have a right to bear arms, and obviously we want people to protect themselves. We think people should be able to do that, and we think people should protect each other. This is a community that truly exists for each other, and these two men stepped forward to exist to prevent further violence.
Could you please repeat all the charges once more?
For you, I will.
Thank you.
It is 1 count of first-degree murder, 3 counts of armed criminal action, and 2 counts of first-degree assault.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How full was the store? Like, how many people were around when this all happened?
The store was relatively full. This happened on the parking lot, and the parking lot was probably half to 3/4 full. So there was a lot of folks that were displaced, not being able to get to their vehicles, not being able to move their vehicles until very late last night.
Did people see it from Plaza 7 stores?
I have no idea.
Have you talked with the 16-year-old's family at all?
I have not. Our investigators have.
What do we know about his condition, and what have we heard from them?
Stable, doing very well, as well as you can be from being shot. Great kid, great family. We had our SRO spend some time with him last night. Our school resource officer went up and stayed with him for a little while last night. So he was in good spirits.
Is Price Chopper open?
I believe they are.
It was this morning. People were going in and out.
Do you have any indication from management over at Price Chopper, whenever they found out that there was a shooting, did they go into lockdown, or have they been able to convey what they did?
You know, that's something I haven't looked at, and that's something that we'll look at in our after-action debrief and see how we can work together and what works for them and us and all the surrounding businesses.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Those mics off here.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I'm taking it.
Oh man, go ahead. You took job a lot easier than you did.
Are you Clay? Yeah. I'm Connie Whitlock. How are you? Good. How are you? Yeah, I learned to spell your name this week. Do you want to say anything about you taking on the job of the chief in the future? I guess you're kind of in an overlap right now, right?
Yeah, kind of in an overlap right now. Super excited to see what the future holds. Obviously, Chief Wright's got some big shoes to fill, and we'll do our utmost best to.
Are you from Pleasant Hill?
I am not from Pleasant Hill. I live in Pleasant Hill.
But you do live in Pleasant Hill.
Yeah, my family moved out here in 89. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you.
You as well.
just met the crowd too.
Thank you guys.
Hi guys.
And the suspect is